Good morning, Dan from DJ Moore Lofts, and we're back at another build. Now this one's in Hitchin, so just a little bit out of our catchment area, but we've got a couple on the books now that we're going to be doing over here. So we're just on this mid-terrace Victorian place that you can see here, hopefully. No banner on the front, annoyingly, so I need to have a chat with the scaffolder about that. But effectively, you can see Steve up there just putting in one of the last ridges, mucking in the ridges there. But effectively, he's finishing off all the outside work on this one now. What we've been able to do is create a new bedroom up here, and that's quite a tight space. It's extremely tight up here. This house benefits from a rear extension already, so on the ground floor it's quite a nice space and open plan. And we've just had a good conversation with the client there as well, because originally we're going to be putting a misting system in, but we've just thought about maybe if we incorporated a pocket door, that would allow us to avoid having to have the misting system installed. So they're going to have a chat about that tonight. But let's jump in, let's show you what I'm talking about. So as you can see here, it is open plan and runs straight through to the kitchen. But what we're saying is if we was to install a pocket door here, that would allow us to keep that segregated. We could put a bit of glass above and keep it all open. And then that would comply with fire regs. If we lead up the existing stairwell, electricians are just finishing off and going. Originally this bedroom was part of this room, so there was an airing cupboard in there. So I don't know if you can see that with the layout. So what we've done is we've took a little bit of space off here, incorporated a new door into that area, but then allowed this to be open plan. So we're going to have handrail spindles along here, leading up the new stairs. God, falling up them. So up into a new space. So what we're going to do is put the fire door on this one at the bottom of the stairs. So where I've just shown you that handrail and spindles downstairs, we'll leave roughly around 600 mil at the foot of that. We're going to build a door, so there'll be separation. So same thing, that become the new bedroom door. And we'll walk up into this open plan. So what we've allowed for, that's why we've got the spindles there, is we're going to have a return of spindles along there, return of spindles along there. Client's going to have their bed here, so we've got bedside lighting, switching and so on and so forth. Like I say, it is quite a tight space up here. We have worked with the client on the design on this one because they had their own architect on this one. And the designs were, how do we say, lacking information maybe. So the client wasn't fully aware of what they were going to get out of the space. And obviously once we done our pre-start meeting, we explained that it might be best if we changed a different option and changed the layout slightly to accommodate a better solution for them. So we've worked alongside the client to come up with this better idea. Because it is a conservation area, the dormer is on the smaller side, so we couldn't go all the way out to the wall plate. So that's why it's quite a small space and not as wide. So we've only had a certain area to work with, so that's why we've got what we've got. But what we've come up with for the client is that, like I said, we've got a bed there, nice size window. With that all being open plan now, that side of that space is usable. Whereas before there was a wall there, the windows were separate. It just wasn't optimum basically. So now what we've kind of worked out is you can quite comfortably get a nice little desk there, utilise this space as well. And that's why we've put some extra sockets in just to accommodate it, which works really well. What we'll do is I'll jump outside now and we'll show you what the dormer looks like, shall we? So, we're outside now and you'll see we've got this lovely little slate dormer, which looks really good. I had to create like a little wooden platform to get up this high, and then up the side, up there, so it is all lovely jubbly. So just having a quick chat with the electrician in there, in between jumping out here. It looks like we're going to have like a little bit of a dark hallway downstairs where I just showed you that fire door going. So what I've just asked him to do is kind of pre-prep that, because there'll be a conversation we'll have with the client, but at that stage, once they fully see it and visualise it, it might be too late. So what I've just asked them to do is put a feed in there and put a light in there preventatively. Does that make sense? So basically we can future-proof it. So if we do want a light on second fix, we've got a cable there and it's easily done, rather than having to cut fresh holes in plaster and so on and so forth. But I think that'll do for this little video. It's only a little small one. I'll give you a little update. And like I say, because it is a conservation area, I'll show you here. These are the typical dormers you get in conservation areas. I mean, that one's quite funky as well. It's got all zinc. But that's a lot bigger than that. And then you've got R1 as well. So no set rule when it comes to a conservation area. It is all very much depending on what the planning officer will give you. But anyway, as I digress, hope you enjoyed the video. YouTube's blown up a little bit lately, which is great to see. Thank you for all the comments, views and likes. It means a lot to us and the team. But yeah, hopefully you like what you see. And if you do have any questions, let us know in the comments. And I do try and be as active as I can. And we'll see you again on the next video. Enjoy.